Hello there, we are Team 12 Dams, or Alana, Michael, Samto, and Dylan, and we love to talk to you about our sustainability project with the Silvio Conte National Fish and Wildlife Refuge. This organization has nearly 40,000 acres of refuge in the Northeast and provides fun public activities as well, which is why we were so interested in working with them. To be sustainable means to have the ability to preserve and sustain resources for continuous use. Sustainability is important because in order for all the organisms on Earth to survive, it's necessary to maintain equilibrium in our environment to sustain resources and habitats. Civic engagement is when average citizens get involved to improve certain aspects in their communities, such as cleanliness and quality of life. We were glad to meld civic engagement and sustainability in our project, which worked towards the conservation of both aquatic and pollinator species. Here's our friend and project contact, Jennifer Lapis, to help explain the importance of our work.
Pollinators in general are declining, especially bee populations, various species of bee populations. But there's other pollinators like butterflies and hummingbirds and bats. So creating habitat and places for them to get food, nourishment, to get lay eggs is really important. Pollinators contribute to a huge majority of the food that we eat in our daily life. I think I heard the statistics like every 3 bites of food that you take is affected in some way by a pollinator. So by providing habitat for them, we're hoping to keep their populations sustainable and viable for not only them, but for us.
Did you catch that? 1/3 of food is pollinated. In the US, that adds up to 15 billion pounds of pollinated food annually, the equivalent of 12,000 Eiffel Towers. And of course, that food needs to come from somewhere, which is where our garden comes in. Pollinator gardens are crucial in that they consist of native plant seed, because the indigenous pollinators and flowers co-evolved in the most beneficial relationship. And with pollinator populations in decline due to habitat loss, any help is important.
The first day, we transported, then laid down mulch over newspaper in order to create an ideal setup for a pollinator garden, which would be planted later on. For those of you who might not know about pollinator gardens, they're gardens with flowers that provide nectar or pollen for a wide variety of important pollinators. Our second day of volunteering at the Cronin Aquatic Research Center, we cleaned out weeds from the local pond and turned up the surrounding ground in preparation for planting grass. This was done with the goal of improving it aesthetically as well as prepare it to be stocked with trout for the Disabled Veterans Fishing Program.
While working on this project, we learned that even the smallest jobs have a big impact. By cleaning the pond, we also helped out the Disabled Veterans Fishing Program, which let us give back both to the environment and to those who served our country. While laying down the mulch, we'll be providing a much-needed habitat for some of the most important species in decline. The time we spent on this project was rewarding because not only do we help out an organization, we also helped rebuild a habitat that was destroyed by humans. To be sustainable, you have to get involved, and the more engaged you are with your community, the more sustainable you can become.